At the end of this video, you'll feel more empowered to create shorter and more confident presentations. I was in a review meeting for a troubled project, and the team had put together a draft presentation that we were going to present to the customer. I remember there was this matrix of complexity and cost. At that point we said, let's pause and let's look at a different approach. Let's use a structure called the pyramid approach. There's 3 steps that I like to use for this one. Number 1, situation. Number 2, recommendation. And number 3, alternatives. For the situation, we want just one slide. It's got to be short and on the point. It should cover the key things that got us to this situation and the key things that are going to drive a decision, so everyone's clear. The second aspect is the recommendation. You're a smart person. I bet you can take a guess at which is the best option for a customer. For the recommendation, you can give yourself 2 slides. This one you should go into the most detail out of any of the options. So you should detail what the recommendation is and also why you recommend it, as well as the biggest sort of pitfalls to this particular recommendation. The third section is the alternatives, and here you might just want to have 1 slide per alternative. What's really good about this structure is that we're going to compare everything to the recommendation. This means we don't need to compare everything against everything else. We've got one baseline that's going to set the frame of reference. If you've done your job well, the obvious answer is going to be the one you recommend. Cases where you won't have all the information and new things will come out that will make the alternatives stronger. Having that frame of reference against the recommendation makes that decision much clearer and simpler. What are the worst and hopefully best formats that you've seen for presenting a series of choices? I'd love to know in the comments. And if you want to know how we avoided serious problems on a project, I recommend watching this video next.